Good morning. I thought we were well overdue a weekly vlog, and when better to start than the presents, so I'm doing it. I'm literally just about to bring in the boys who are waiting to come in, but they're not gonna have breakfast. They're gonna get ridden nice and early because then I'm off to play support crew to something very exciting. If you can hear that, that's Atty. He's literally, hello. Hello. Okay, they wanted to come in. We had some rain overnight, which is just generally pretty uncommon at the moment, so I'm making the most of the slightly softer ground. I'm going to do some flat work with Atty because we are now well and truly in the sort of final countdown to Champs. We are really 10 days out, I think, possibly slightly less, 9 days out, which is, yeah, it's come around quickly and we've got some work to do. Okay, in my car with a little bit of driving ahead of me because my next stop is Hartbury. Now, I'm not sure if I've actually ever been to Hartbury before, so I'm excited to see it, and I'm even more excited to be going to support Abby, who, if you've seen any of my vlogs, you've probably seen her featured on the channel before. She was definitely in my Farley Hall event vlog, I think, and now it's time for me to go and be support crew for her and go and cheer her on because she's doing one of the British young event horse classes. Now, I'm not an expert in these classes, I really don't know much about them, which is also why I'm excited to go and see it play out. So take what I say with a pinch of salt, but I think they are designed to help identify future talented horses, potential for 5-star winner types. It takes place for 4-year-olds and 5-year-olds, different levels of competition at both, and you have one time as opposed to normal eventing where you'd have 3 times. You do a dressage test, and then I think you go straight into a round of show jumps, and then I think you open the horse up in a gallop to show that it could move across country, and then you trot up. I think. I mean, we're gonna learn together, but I'm really excited to go and see what it's all about and go and support her and cheer for her. How exciting that she's got a 5-year-old in one of these classes. Oh, and also first, I'm going to get petrol and a coffee. I really need a coffee. I don't think I've ever done so many roundabouts in one journey, but we've made it. Let's go and see if we can find Abby. It's like the weather has done a 360. I'm now very warm, but it was amazing to watch Abby do the British Young Event Horse class. It's like a whole different discipline within itself, trying to get your head around the fact that you go straight from dressage into jumping with no tack changes, and then you go and do a trot up at the end. It's all very, very confusing, but the standard is incredible. You've got all of the greats here. You've got Laura Collette, you've got the Ways. There've been so many top eventers here, and some of the horses that they're riding are just phenomenal. So it's been really cool to experience, but now I'm going to drive home because we actually have 3 days of back-to-back kind of like road trips, exciting little journeys. Today's day 1, tomorrow is an even earlier start, and then on Thursday, I don't know how early it's going to be, but we're going even further, so lots on, and at least one of them does involve my own horses, I promise. Good morning. It is a little bit after 6:30, which is later than my scheduled plan, but if I can find my car keys, we'll be off on road trip 2 out of 3 of the week. Let's go. This is the face of someone who's panicking because she allowed an extra half an hour to navigate morning rush hour traffic on the M25, and we've already used it up. because the traffic has already been bad. So having a little panic. This is going to be very brief, but road trip 2 or 3 this week. If yesterday we went west, today we're going east. We're going to Battlesbridge Horse and Country over in Essex, which is a tack shop, for a little bit of a content day. I think I'm going to be taking over their socials, maybe going live on TikTok, which is a little bit out of my comfort zone, which is going to be fun. And generally just having a blast. I love a good tack shop trip, so I'm very, very excited, and I'll make sure to bring you along with me. We've made it! I am here at Battlesbridge Horse and Country over in Essex today, where we're going to be filming plenty of content for their TikTok, Instagram, social media channels, going live, and also getting some content that's going to go out on my socials, things like stay away show prep. So yeah, don't want to miss out on that. It's going to be a good day. I'm obsessed with basketball. Look, I'm actually in that. Yeah. I'll sit. Shake it up. I'm gonna film. We're gonna be putting to the test my knowledge of what different natural supplements do for horses. Actually, don't know at all. Like, I'm not ready. I'm gonna get these so wrong. Yeah.
Okay. So, what would you think chased tree berry is for?
I don't even know what chased tree berry is. Let's say it is for some sort of strength and conditioning.
I'm trying so hard not to laugh. I wouldn't even thought of this myself. So it's actually for hormonal problems with mares.
Oh, like okay. That's actually quite interesting.
I'd never have guessed that. Me neither.
Oh god. Okay, I need to think out of the box.
So we have salmon oil.
Okay, I have a thought process here. Whether that actually works, I don't know. But I know that humans sometimes have fish oil for their brain. It's good for the brain. So maybe something to do with like focus and attention.
So it's general all-round health and for like their skin.
Okay.
Oh, so close.
Don't say joints.
It is. Tendons and joints.
Oh no. Oh no. We've lost a bit of a traffic.
Behind the scenes of an exciting announcement and it's going wrong.
I think that was an important part.
Oh no,
Very
what fell off?
Right, are we ready for take number 1?
Action.
3, 2, 1, go.
Hi guys, it's Flo here, and I'm really excited to have the opportunity to share some very exciting news with you today. Battlebridge's sister company, Equiest, is actually going to be attending their first ever trade show at the London International Horse Show, being held in the EXCEL from December 18th to 22nd. Come and check out our whole range of rugs, which start from size 2'9" and go all the way up to 7'3", so there really is something for everyone. We cannot wait to see you there on stand T190. T190?
Yeah, you nailed that.
We meet again in my car. I feel like that's becoming a staple in the vlogs, and this time I probably look slightly more frazzled because it's been a long but very, very good day. There's so much to debrief on. It is nearly 7 o'clock. Oh my goodness, where has the day gone? And yeah, we just had a great day of shooting content. Obviously, as you've seen, lots of really exciting stuff going on over at Battlesbridge Horse and Country, so that was really fun. And I've just stopped at the services to get dinner because, what a treat, the services I was driving by had, I realised that actually gave away nothing. Go Queen, give us nothing. A Taco Bell. It had a Taco Bell, which I feel like is a real rarity in the UK, so I'm excited to tuck into my veggie burrito. So that's one thing, good day. Slightly like, because I have a lot to do because I'm actually going competing tomorrow. Atty and I are going to West Wilts to do some combined training. We can talk all about that tomorrow. However, it's a lot further than we'd normally go for like a non-event competition. It's 2 hours basically, and it's just happened this way because of Mum and I's availability. Between us, we literally had like a day or two ahead of champs, and we knew we needed to do something, and this was basically all that's on. But it means I have a dressage test to learn because I've been learning my champs one. I've got a horse to plat. I have so much to do, tack to clean. Honestly, I'm not going to think about it because it's going to stress me out. But The final thing to say before I tuck into my food and say see you tomorrow is that I've just seen a very exciting announcement has gone live over on Instagram, and I don't know when else I get to mention it in a vlog, so I'm just gonna do it here. I'm not sure if you can see that. I literally haven't had a chance to like properly read through it or anything yet. But this is an announcement from Blenheim Palace, as in Blenheim Palace International Horse Trials, that takes place in September and goes up to 4-star, that alongside the wonderful and amazing John T. Evans and Alana Clark, I will be hosting the rider stage there this year on the Saturday and the Sunday. What? I'm honestly so excited. I went last year and spoke on the stage as a guest, and now I'm back to host it. So absolutely thrilled, so excited. Come along if you are that way inclined. Honestly, come along. It's a great day of eventing cross country on the Saturday and the Sunday. Loads of really exciting classes. This is not a plug for them, I haven't been told to say this, but I saw the post and we can finally talk about it, because this has been in the works for months and it's finally out in the world, and I'm so excited to share it with you. Exciting times. Anyway, I'm gonna eat my Taco Bell and say see ya in a bit. See you tomorrow. I have been trying to film this little chatty segment for a second, and Star is enjoying his food so much that he is banging his foot and it's making it very distracting, but I've decided I have not enough time to be a perfectionist. One must just power on. So we're off to West Wilts today. I did mention it very briefly yesterday. The combined training is 105 jumping and a B novice dressage test, so very similar to Chairman's Cup. I think Chairman's Cup is actually 110 show jumping. It'd just be good for me to get out and jump some bigger fences, because I haven't evented above 100 this season with the exception of the qualifier for this competition, so just need to get my eye back in and get my brain in the game. We have made it to West Wilts, and there's actually not that much to report because I think I filled you in earlier, other than that I was wrong with the weather. You can see I have acquired a jumper from the lorry, actually one that Dan left in here, so thanks for that, Dan. Yeah, it's actually raining. Well, it's drizzling, and I didn't bring a waterproof coat because when I looked at the forecast it said no rain, and now it's saying rain all day, so that's gonna be fun. We are wandering down to do dressage, but I'm sure in a second Mum can pan you around and show you that we are right in the thick of West Wilts cross country course, because they've obviously recently had a one-day event, and last time we were actually here was when I got a little bit lost on the course and cost actually quite a good placing at B novice, so let's hope I can redeem myself this time. At the time of recording this voiceover, it's 48 hours until we leave for CHAMPS, and I've been dreading watching this test back because I am prepared to be humbled. As you can see, there's a lot that just didn't go right in this test. The first being, as Ati very clearly demonstrated there, that my usually very, very brave, very sensible eventer decided to use this moment to be scared of a corner in a dressage arena. And of course it was the one day that the judge rung the bell soon, and so I didn't feel like I had time to go around and show him again, so I popped in this little circle here and went into the arena. And we just never got over that fear, unfortunately, as you will see as things play out. The other thing, again, I debrief fully, but we were the last of the day. The other horses he had been warming up with had left him, and I just felt the attention change. He's like, where's everyone going? Why haven't I got any friends? And all in all, I feel like the wheels were just falling off the bus sort of before we'd even started. So yeah, here is your fair warning that I wasn't very pleased with this test. That said, we actually got an 8 for that centre line, which I think is very, very kind. And then we had a nice spook in the corner and everything was just going wrong. But we got a 7 for this 15-metre circle. Yeah, it's never fun when your final test before a big show doesn't go quite how you want, but I can tell you that the aftermath has been I've been putting in the work, because with all his like spooking and looking, I was so focused on just trying to stay calm and try and reassure him that I don't think I really felt him kind of coming off the bridle as much as I should have, and I didn't put in those corrections. We did actually get a 7 for that leg yield off the 3/4 line, which again, that feels kind, that's not normally our strong point. And then whatever move we're about to do, I can see a 5 here. Oh yeah, that's because we broke in our medium trot. Honestly, you couldn't write it, could you? This is not such a good performance. Shame, we've been working on that, and I was so excited to practice that in a test ahead of Pony Club Championships. Transition to walk, we got a 6, which fair. Yeah, it wasn't stunning, was it? And that carries on into the free rock onto the long rein with the comment that he needed more purpose. Yeah, it's not the most inspiring free walk on a long rein. Oh, and look, we're going back towards that corner that he absolutely loves. Yeah, very, very humbling watching this play out. But it's okay, they all have their days, they're animals, aren't they? And there's nothing you can do about it except just try and work with what you've got. And then we are back to repeat some of the movements we had done on the other rein. So we're about to pop in a 15-metre circle. We actually got our 7.5 for this one, so I think the judge was probably taking pity on us. It's good for me to practice my 15-metre circles because they're in the Pony Club Championships test and I'm very good at making them the wrong size. So that was a treat to have them thrown in for me to practice. And then what do we do here? Oh yeah, leg yield again. Got another 7 for this. I think this judge was potentially quite happy that I was the last one of the day and just really being very, very kind, because our leg yields are usually at a weak point for us. And that wasn't such a good transition to counter. 6.5 from the judge. Judge agreed. And just here, I think he could just look like he is moving a bit more forward, a bit more on. I actually didn't realise until we arrived that the dressage was on grass, so I only had time to put back studs in. So you could possibly say that I didn't ride as confidently and forwardly in some places, you know, with it in mind that he didn't have studs on. But you could also say that that's an excuse. And then one of those funny little change of legs. That was really dire. What did the judge give us? 7. Maybe she didn't see him throw his head in the air. It's such a shame to watch back a test like this after watching back so many tests I've been happy with this year. But that's the reality, isn't it? Horses, you can't be super duper consistent the whole time. You could see he had a little slip with the back legs there on the grass as well, which really made me then go back to riding cautiously. And then we had this turn down the centre line in canter, which, yeah, the whole test is a bit meh, isn't it? It's not winning any prizes, let's put it that way. Not winning any prizes. We actually did, funnily enough, we actually got a 31.7 for this test, and the judge said that there was lots to like, but he needed a little bit more suppleness to help mediums become more expressive. I'd like to say thank you to that judge because I think it could have easily been not quite such a nice mark, and some days it goes your way and some days it doesn't, but that definitely made me realise how much work we had to do ahead of Pony Club Championships.
Okay, dressage done. I'm hoping you're going to be able to hear me over the wind noise, but I was not happy with that, which is such a shame. I think there are a few factors. First of all, there's not a load of atmosphere here because it's very chill and laid back, which would be great for, say, Star, but for Atty I felt he didn't rise to the occasion as he often does. I thought he warmed up alright, and then it was super unfortunate that 2 things happened when we went in. First of all, the only other horses in the walk arena left, and I felt his attention shift a little bit. He was looking, trying to see where they'd gone, because he was the only one in there, which is quite a weird, that doesn't happen very often, and from where we are down here in the middle of this country, he basically can't see any other horses. So I felt he got really distracted. And also, for some reason, he decided that he didn't like that bottom corner. And normally with Atty, I like to just trot around once and go in, but for once I probably would have liked to go around a few times, because the whole test, every time he went into that corner, he was looking, he was reacting, he was coming off my hand. which is a bit of a shame, but the judge rang the bell, so I had to go in. And then we had that really unfortunate moment as well as all of that, as well as the fact that every time we were in that corner he was looking, we had the really unfortunate fact that the only medium trot in that test that I was really looking forward to practicing, because we've got it in our CHAMPS test, came out of that corner. And I thought as I came around the corner, do I not go for it? Because I think if I put on my leg coming out of this corner, he's been spooking and he's going to react. But I went, no, I should go for it, otherwise I'll regret it. So I went, like we've been practicing at home, we've been doing some nice mediums, and yeah, he just was like, into canter, broke, which was such a shame. It's never good when you're like your final test before the big championship. You take a risk and it doesn't pay off, because it makes you then, when you go into the CHAMPS test, think, do I ask for a big medium, what do I do? So I have to have a little think about that, but I wasn't very happy with that test. I don't think it will score well, sadly. Oh well, on to the jumping, which is what we really came for.
Hi friends, this is just a very quick note to say two things. One, I've had to turn off the audio because the wind noise was so bad, and second, I was very disappointed with the round. So yes, I know it's not my best, and afterwards.
Okay, we are done, and my pony was very good, but I am disappointed. Even though we went clear, which was literally 99% thanks to Atty, I thought I rode really backwardsly and badly. He thinks I've got me, which is a shame, because I've had a run of really like showed him rounds that I'm really happy with this whole season. I've jumped and I've been really pleased, and I thought not only have we got the clears, but we've actually looked the part as well, in my opinion. I've come out proud, which is the main thing. That was a shame, because I wasn't very happy how I rode that, but I'm going to try not to let it grate on me. It's good proof that actually even when I don't ride my best, he's still amazing. This is I've just spent all day outside in the rain with horse's face, but we're home and I'm doing one of my least favourite jobs, which is filling up hay nets, and I thought I would also take the opportunity to kind of wrap up with you for the day. Obviously I spoke to you after both of my phases, but you kind of didn't get like a full picture, and I want to talk about it, and then I want to put it to bed, because I'm a bit miffed about today. And I know that it's actually weirdly one of the days where the results look a lot better than how you feel. So we ended up getting the equivalent of a 31.75 for our dressage test, which I think is incredibly generous. I have watched back the test now, and obviously you'll have heard my thoughts, and I just, yeah, I couldn't really feel that the fact that he kind of didn't look like he was in a contact, he didn't look particularly special, floaty, didn't have his like presence about him, which there's so many reasons. Obviously it's lovely to go to these events when they're very low-key and chilled, and a horse like Star would probably like relax into the atmosphere, whereas Atty's kind of a bit unique in that actually he really rises to the occasion often, so I think that's part of it. And then I think the thing that I'm probably most disappointed about, because I can put that down to hopefully at CHAMPS the atmosphere will be bigger, hopefully Atty and I can do a nice test, we can practice again. Yeah, the main thing I'm disappointed about is the show jumping, because it was meant to be my last jump before CHAMPS, and
I actually think he jumped great. He jumped me out of trouble a couple of times because I saw a couple of shockers, and part of that is obviously human nature. It's just unfortunate, but I do think, without wanting to repeat myself, that I've on the whole been jumping pretty well this season. Like, I look back at my rounds and I'm pleased, and this one was a massive exception. I was really disappointed because I was being a bit handsy, and that's not how I've been riding recently, and perhaps it's been over a month since I went out eventing, and I think I've only jumped him once in that time because, like I said, we don't jump loads. Well, this being the second time, so maybe that's it. So I'm kind of a bit of a crossroads. I'm trying to be, I might crop this all out. I'm trying to be pretty mentally strict with myself. I've watched back the show jumping once. I'm not going to look at it again, so what you will see will be very raw, no voiceovers. I'm not going to watch it back again because I don't think that's good for me. I think what I need to do now is go and watch back rounds that I'm pleased with. So it's all about like playing the mental game before you go to a bigger championships, and the Champs Cup is a bigger championship. It definitely makes me more nervous. So I'm going to be very strict about only watching rounds I'm happy with between now and the event. And because we've had so much rain today, I'm on the fence, but I may get out a couple of little fences tomorrow and jump like 4 or 5 fences, which I would never usually do. Don't like over jumping him. But like I said, I've jumped him twice in the last month, so I might get out a couple of little fences and just pop him down a couple of lines as if a bit more cross country, tie it in with my final fitness session for him. We've had a bunch of rain, ground is better, and just try and like tick that box mentally of our last jump was good, even if the fences are 70 centimetres. Yeah, that's the plan. Let's not make it a thing. Other than that, I think we'll catch up tomorrow. See ya. Good morning, happy Friday. I've had a little bit of a slow start to the day, which is not great because my to-do list today is very, very long. Mostly kind of boring, admin-y, email-y tasks, because obviously I've been out and about so much over the last few days that I haven't really had a chance to stay on top of it. So I'm thinking I might take myself out this morning and go for a little coffee, take my laptop, do some work, and just force myself to get some done, because clearly I'm not getting anything done here. And then this afternoon can be full of horsey jobs that I need to catch up on, as well as riding, Atti's final gallop before Champs, all those kind of things. I'm hoping you can hear me over the gardening, but a few hours have passed and I'm not gonna lie, productivity levels have not picked up that much, but it's time for a change of scene, so I've come outside to start on the mountain of horsey jobs that have piled up. But before I delve into those, I'm going to ride. So I'm going to start with Atti. I've come out to the field to get out a few bits and bobs. I'm going to incorporate half a dozen fences into his last fitness session before Champs, and then I'm going to ride Star, and then I'm going to get on with jobs, and hopefully I'm just going to feel so good and so productive at the end of it, because right now I'm thinking, gosh, my to-do list looking quite long. I think he's clocked that there's jumps in the field, because there's not normally jumps in the field, because I really don't jump at home. So plan is we're going to keep the jumping part short and sweet. He was always going to have his final fitness session before Champs today, and I'm just going to incorporate a few jumps into our first session, which I actually feel like is a good practice anyway, because we do all this fitness, but when we then go out cross country there's jumps involved, and we don't, well, I personally don't really regularly train them for that. So that's the plan. Yay, I'm very pleased. I am so much happier with how that went. We can definitely say that was our final jump. I'm not saying it was totally perfect, but I just felt so much more confident in me and how I was riding. And now it's your turn, Buster. It's your time for a little ride. Okay, it's a few hours later and I've done lots of boring jobs. I have poo-picked, I have done the stables, I've done hay nets for tomorrow, swept the yard, I have got this field already because the boys are actually coming in here tonight. The field they're currently in is looking a little short on grass, and this one has lots of nice long luscious grass. So I'm taking you with me for the final job of the day, which is to open the gate and see how long it takes them, because I just put them out in that field while I was sorting out their stables. See how long it takes them to realise they've got lots of nice fresh new grass waiting for them. Gate is open. No reaction. Two unsuspecting boys just chilling. Oh, Attie's looked up. Attie, that gate's open, mate. Nope, not bothered. Update. Still haven't noticed. So, yeah, I'm gonna leave them for now. It's now 9 o'clock and I may finally have a bite. I think they finally realised it's been like 3 hours, so I came back out here in my pyjamas and like opened and closed the gates a couple of times and I both looked up. I think they finally get it. You couldn't really get much more typical horses, could you? If you left an open gate and you, by accident, you didn't want them to go somewhere, they'd be there instantly. Because I wanted them to come. It's taken them 3 hours. You're coming to some nice grass. Oh. Come on then. Okay, success. So I very nearly ended the vlog yesterday, but I never really signed off, and then I haven't really picked up the camera today either, and we are mid-afternoon. I took Mr. Star for a little ride earlier and then had a lovely lunch break spent watching some of the 4-star action at Hartbury on H&C+, which was great. Now I've come back outside to ride the main man, and what we're gonna do is have our final dressage test run through ahead of Champs. I'm gonna love you and leave you, and I'll see you in the next one, which is gonna be Stay Away Show, Pony Club National Championships, eventing vlog, one of my favourite vlogs to make of the year. Absolutely love Stay Away Show vlogs, so we'll see you there. It's bye from me and both the boys.